Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am joined this evening by the partners in crime, Jamie Phillips and Callum Sanderson. How are we both doing this fine evening?
Yeah, man.
Sensational.
Yeah, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. Yeah, it hasn't gone down in 4 hours. That's all I'm going to tell you.
A lot has happened in the footballing space, in the Liverpool space. Liverpool have woken up. They have woken up with 2 weeks left. They're probably going to do the best business, but we shall see. But before we get into it, make sure to hit the like button, share button, and subscribe button. Make sure to subscribe to Jamie Phillips Football Chats and the Sanderson Show. Links are in the description. And make sure you check out the GoFundMe page for the walk that I'm doing. I'm doing it in 2 weeks' time. I'm doing it in 2 weeks' time for the Domestic Abuse Support Unit in Wrexham. So make sure to donate as much or as little as you can, because that walk is going to be a long walk, and I'm looking forward to it. But yes, make sure you check that out as well. But boys, before we get into the UFC and MMA stuff, comment here from Pimp in Distress. Bookmark it. 7th of May, 2025. Due date for loads of babies. All named Zubi.
Yeah, I'm not even going to be pulling out my driveway. How about that, bro?
Jesus Christ. I thought Jamie was
Right, I meant to do the innuendos around here.
You tell Callum's on one tonight.
Feels good though, don't it? It feels good though, don't it, Cal? When you know what I'm saying, it feels good.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Put that game's always good.
Oh, fantastic.
But anyway, let's kick off with the main. I wouldn't say main story, but Belal Muhammad, obviously, unfortunately for Callum, he beat Leon Edwards to become the new UFC welterweight champion. And up to the lead up to the fight, there was a lot of people doubting him. Lots of people doubting him in the MMA community. Lots of professionals in the UFC doubting him, such as Volkanovski come out and said that I like Belal as a matchup. I think I could beat Belal. I think that Leon's going to beat him. Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, arguably one of the GOATs, says, oh yeah, Leon's going to piece him up on the feet. Obviously, that didn't happen. But Belal is collecting receipts. Ever since he won that belt, he has been collecting receipts. He's been catching bodies. Pause. And not in that way. He has been collecting fighters' souls for trying to chat shit to him. Colby Covington, you're one. Kamaru Usman, you're one. So anyone that has even looked Belal with a side eye has got it. So I'll start off with you, Callum. What have you thought of this Belal? Will I say heel turn? Because I don't think he's ever been a babyface. But how are you finding this newfound confidence in Belal Muhammad since he's got the belt?
I don't have an issue with his confidence because let's be real, he went out there and pretty much said what he was going to do. He said he was going to go out there, dominate, and he did do that. Going after people like Usman, Mighty Mouse, I'm like, come on, like, bro, be real now. Like, you can't lace Mighty Mouse's shoes when it comes to MMA. You just can't. Like, you look at what he's done in the sport. Congratulations, Belal is a world champion. He's a world-class fighter, but Mighty Mouse is in GOAT conversations. Usman in GOAT conversations at welterweight because of his activity, his resume, how he was putting people out. I'm all for people saying, look, I told you so. But Usman was never disrespectful in the lead up to the Leon fight about Belal, and neither was Mighty Mouse. They formed an opinion and said, I think he's going to piece him up. That's not disrespectful. That's someone who's in the content creation space giving their opinion. So for Belal to be doing this, for me, he's criticized Colby all these years about being a character. You're kind of doing the same thing because from everything I've heard is Belal's a great guy behind the scenes, and he showed it. Like the stuff with Palestine,
Mm.
flying that child over and helping that child with medical care and all that. He's not a dickhead of a person. He's a good guy. So why go down this route? Why go down and do what you've been like slaughtering Colby Covington for, and you're doing the same thing? Like, I don't get it.
I think to play devil advocate, I think he believes he's been so disrespected because he has been on a huge undefeated streak. Everyone sort of within fans, I would say in some, media spaces, there's like, oh, Belal Muhammad, yeah, he's just a media fighter. Yeah, he's not really going to do much. He's on a nice run, but as soon as he fights on out of a certain level, he's going to get beat. He's going to get knocked down the pecking order, and then that's about it. But I'll go to you, Jamie. Is what have you thought of this new personality change? Have you liked the exchanges that he's gone back and forward with the likes of Volk, cooked Usman, cooked Colby? Basically, he's cooking anyone that can get it. Really, what have you thought of his newfound, confidence?
Love it. Want to see more of it. I love him, man. Look, he's become a champion. He said he's going to be a champion. Now he's a champion and he's giving shit. You should only give shit when you're a champion, in my opinion. When you're a peasant, you can't give shit. When you're a champion, give it all you want because you can back it up. I don't mind people giving it as long as they can back it up. I've always said that. If you go do it, back it up. Cool. And that's what he's doing. I don't mind it. I like an air of confidence about a person. I like someone going at someone going, look, I told you so. I don't mind it if they accomplish their goals because it makes sense. But look, he's gone from a hill to going to even a bigger hill. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. And yeah, I love it, man. He's never going to be cheered. He's never going to be liked. But I think a lot of people will respect him.
And I know we know a certain someone that wasn't particularly happy with his title win, and that was a certain. I will touch on him later because he deserves his own segment. But obviously, Dana White had to come out and defend. Yeah, look, Belal, he got the most views. Him wrapping me wrapping the belt around. So of course I'm happy with Belal. But let's be honest, Dana got cooked as well because that was Dana's worst nightmare last night. Not last night. At UFC 304, wrapping the belt around Belal Muhammad, who is not exactly what you'd call. I say he's a company man. He will fight anyone, anytime, any place. But for the look as a whole, to have a Palestinian world champion, I know for fans and people of Palestine, it is absolutely superb that you've got a figure like that. But trust me, people at TKO and Dana were not happy when they wrapped that belt around his waist.
With the flag as well.
Is there any other Palestinian world champions in sport?
Nope.
No, I don't. I think,
it's quite a big thing.
I think Belal.
I know there's a couple of Palestinian Olympians over the Olympics, but that has been around it. But just when you were talking, I'm scrolling through Belal Muhammad's Twitter, and he just caught somebody else. He just caught another fighter in his gaze. Robert Whittaker, surprised that vastly different Leon Edwards showed up against Belal Muhammad. Belal Muhammad quote tweets, because I'm better than Colby and Usman and way better than Leon. So Robert Whittaker has caught it.
I'll just say it. If he fights Usman and Usman is if Usman is fit and he fights Belal, he wipes the floor with Belal. And I know he's just beating Leon, but if Leon comes in there and he's actually fights properly, Leon beats him as well. He hasn't got the resume and the performances to be talking like this. With all due respect to him, he hasn't.
Well, if you think about it, he was definitely deserving of a title shot.
Absolutely.
Look at the contenders he's fought for, and he is. Do you know he's fought 6 out of the top 10?
Yeah, but how's he beating them?
Yeah, that's true.
Usman was stopping guys. Leon's another one. Wasn't really stopping guys, but he stopped Usman, the guy who was stopping guys.
Yeah, and then like I'm also like looking through because he's dropped some absolute gold. He's dropped some gold. Because I know him and Usman had a little bit of a back and forth, and I'm thinking, hold up, wait a minute, you don't want to piss off Kamaru Usman because he might get his wish. He might get his wish with Kamaru because
Usman beats
there
him.
was a report today, an early report, that Usman and Jack Della Maddalena was going to be signed for UFC 309. However, Belal Muhammad told TMZ Sport that he would love to fight either one of Shavkat or Usman at UFC 310 in December. He said he'll say yes to anyone the UFC wants him to fight. So he's game. So he's game to fight absolutely anyone. And I have to say, be careful
cannot get the
what
fight
you
next.
wish for, because you might just get it.
Usman cannot get the fight next. He's free fight losing streak.
He's
I
3-0.
know Dana's done some wild things, but even he can't justify giving someone a fight for the belt after 3 fights lost in a row.
But Dana has done it. Like Dana has given fighters that for that you've gone, huh?
Not
How
of
is this
3
again?
fights, not of 3 losses though. I don't think he's ever done that. As bad as Dana can be, he's never done that. That would be insane if he did that. That just craps on everyone in the welterweight division.
But so like Bilal's newfound confidence. I have to say, like I've always been critical. Like we need more personalities. We
Yeah, you
need
do.
more personalities in the right way. And I love the way he cut Colby Covington, called him a loser, saying he's never getting near that belt ever again. Which I can see that, but no, in the UFC, you never know. He could get close to the belt again, but I'm going to bring something else different to the table. I know it's not in the title, but a certain person's in the thumbnail, and that is Islam Makhachev. Obviously, there is no beef between the two of them, so let's make it clear: there's no beef. They have trained together. However, in the week up to the last Abu Dhabi, the last card that literally just happened, Islam Belal taking photos together. Belal struggling to sort of like put the belt on his shoulder. And obviously this when Usman went back and forth saying, look, you need Islam to help you pick up the belt. And we know that Islam wants a second belt. We know he wants a second belt. And I know that him and Belal have come out and said, gutted. So Callum's currently out of action at the moment. So I will remove him out of respect. So we know that Islam wants a second belt. He wants the welterweight belt. And the way that Belal's talking, like he's almost forgetting that someone is gunning for that belt. Don't you think, Jamie? Because I know in MMA you get some fighters like Aljamain Sterling, Marab said, "Look, we're not going to fight each other because we're mates. We're close friends." Let me tell you, Belal. Okay, Islam Makhachev does not see Belal like that type of level of friend. For him to like not say let's fight for the belt.
I hear you.
Even Osman to Belal gets smoked by Islam if it happens. And the reason why that Islam doesn't see him as much of a competition, because the guy was literally little broing him. And
Yeah.
plus, just because you train at a gym once doesn't mean the other guy's not going to fight you. Belal Muhammad is not family. He's
No.
not family. Yes, he's buddy, he's all mates, but he ain't family. And when reports of, the UFC bringing in another one of Khabib's family members at lightweight, Islam Makhachev's not going to fight an Usman Magomedov. He's going to need to jump up. And if Belal's the champion, I'm sorry, Belal, but you're going to have to fight him. So there is someone coming for his belt. He just does not know it yet. And I just, because Callum's not back, what do you think, Callum, with the whole Islam little broing him For me, he is eyeing up his belt without even saying he's eyeing up his belt. They've sort of done like, yeah, we're going to fight each other, we're mates. But I can guarantee you, if Dana sliced the contract over saying, hey, look, you can fight Belal next, Islam's going, yeah, F your friendship. You ain't family. I'm taking your belt.
I believe that as well. I don't think Islam will actively ask for the fight, but if it's offered, I think he'll say yes. I think Bilal's more inclined to say, nah, I'd rather not. I think Islam says he says yes if the contract's offered, but I don't think he chases the fight.
So what do you think, Jamie?
Right. Let's look at this. If we look at the welterweight division right now, we're talking about. Let's have a look at the contenders. Leon Edwards. Dana said that rematch ain't happening. Usman is second ranked, lost fights in a row. Then you got Shavkat, put him to the side a minute. Got Colby Covington, only lost like 3 fights in a row.
Yeah.
You got Gilbert Burns, who wins a fight, loses a fight, wins a fight, loses a fight. You got Jack Delamander.
And they've already fought, by the way.
Yeah, and you got.
Hold on, Jay. Sorry, is Gilbert ranked above Jack Delamander?
No, Jack's 5. Gilbert Burns is 6. Jack Delamander and Belal Muhammad is not a headlining pay-per-view. It's a fight night fight because they just ain't done enough to build up Jack. Sean Brady, no. The only other fighter in the welterweight division that is on actually winning streaks is Ian Gary. And so if you're actually going through the rankings of the welterweight division, you can't give it a Leon because Dana said he ain't going to do a rematch. Usman is on a losing streak. Colby's on a losing streak. I don't think Jack's big enough as a personality, as a fighter at this moment in time to put him on a pay-per-view with Belal.
No way. His press conferences like are dumb.
Yeah. Gilbert Burns wins a fight, loses a fight, wins a fight, and I don't think they're going to give him a title shot. So apart from Shavkat, the only one in the welterweight division in the top 8 rankings that is actually in a winning form is Ian Gary. Right? So unless Ian, that's why I've been saying I think Ian Gary gets the next fight. But with Islam, if he fights it, Islam and him are about the same size. I know they're a weight difference apart, but I think they're probably about the same size. Right? I don't think the weight would be a problem. And Islam smokes him. Let's be fair here. Smokes him within a round. I think it's over in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And this is a problem with the welterweight division. Ian, that's why I look at that and I just think Islam's not going to be the next title fight, but he could be down the road. But I'd be shocked if it's not Ian Gary. Because I just don't know who else you give it to. He's the only one in winning form.
All right. Can I make a case for
think
Leon getting a...
Yeah, apart from Shavkat, yeah.
Could Leon not get a rematch?
Nope.
Dana said no, ain't happening.
No, Dana said no. And let's be honest, like, you wouldn't say that Leon's been such a dominant champion that he deserves to have a rematch. And plus, the fight wasn't close. The fight was a mauling for about 5 rounds, and he was lucky to win a round. Callum's face is like
the welterweight division's a bit of a mess. But the welterweight, it's a bit of a mess.
It's because like it's not like Belal has gotten the title shot he doesn't deserve, won the belt, and you've gone. Now he's got a shit ton of contenders. He's fought the contenders on the way up. The way I look at welterweight is how I look at flyweight at the moment with Pantoja. Because Pantoja's beating everyone on the way up. And now when you look at the fights to give him, you're looking down, you're thinking, shit. And then you get your Steve Erceg fight where you're like looking, thinking, fuck, Steve Erceg won that. Sort of thing.
Can I make another case for Leon?
You can try.
Because the others have, like, Leon was on a long winning streak before the loss.
9 years, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So even though he lost this fight, his record before that and him being the champion, defending against 2 people who were considered the 2 best of that generation in welterweight, and the fact that he lost the fight, got dominated, but he didn't get beaten up, and in my opinion, he didn't get embarrassed like that. could you not turn around and be like, look, there's no clear contender now. Let me get the rematch, considering I was about to step in at UFC 300 to save the card for you guys as well. Let me get a rematch and let the welterweight division sort itself out. And then if I lose, then I'm out. If I win, then you could even do a trilogy depending on how he wins, or you can move on to the next contender.
I agree. It should be a rematch because of the weight. The welterweight division is a mess right now. And if you go look, what Dana could do, because the welterweight division is a mess. Like as I said, the rankings, apart from Shavkat, the rankings are Usman's losing streak, Colby losing streak, Jack's not that star, Gilbert Burns
he's got a fight book with Sean Brady, and
he's got a fight, and he keeps losing as well. And he lost to Belal. Jeff Neal is like 75 years of age. Wonderboy Thompson's old. It's just what you could do is give Edwards the rematch and do a mini tournament, right? A mini welterweight tournament. I have no idea. I don't know why Dana don't do this. Why we've not had a pay-per-view that's dedicated to one weight class, and then you start to get contenders from that weight class. So I don't know, UFC 3010, the welterweights, and you have your welterweight title fight, and then you have like mini tournaments in the thing, and then you can find out where your new contenders are because they're all fighting each other on the same card.
Yeah,
but Leon should get the rematch because I'll tell you why. And here's why. I don't understand why Leon ain't getting a rematch because let's say this. Let's fast forward a year. Say John Jones gets beaten by Apsinall, but John Jones wants a rematch. Does Dana give it to him straight away? Of
course he does.
With only having one title defense at heavyweight.
Of course.
Right, and only having 2 fights at heavyweight. Leon Edwards, I'm not a biggest fan of Leon Edwards, but he was undefeated for 9 years. He beat Usman. Yeah, he beat Usman back to back. You've got to give him his flowers. Whatever, no matter what anyone thinks, he was unbeaten. He was fighting everyone, right? He tried to take fights on 300 to save the card, but no one would fight him because obviously it was that time of year where Muslims is hard. They can't fight because of religious reasons. So it's extra, and you go do him like like Dana's looked at the welterweight rankings and thinking, nah. I mean, who's Dana got in mind? Is he just gave it a Shavkat who hasn't had a fight in eternity? Sort of makes no sense.
So let me just go through a few comments. Shout out to the people in the chat. Make sure to hit the like button, share button, subscribe button. Check out for the guys' channels in the chat, and check out the GoFundMe page for the charity walk as well. I'll just go through comments from Cameron. Said Leon could have had him right at the end, but Belal was dominant throughout the fight. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. If Belal and Leon trilogy would still draw money. Define money. I don't think it'd draw that much. Danny up the Reds. Yo. Dana, Leon Edwards was never my friend. Probably things about most guys, to be fair. And Anne saying super califragilistic Martin Superman. Love it. Yeah. So obviously Belal is collecting his receipts, and let's be honest, he will be on the victory tour for at least a while longer before he will get an announcement. Personally, I do think he'll fight before the end of the year. I don't think he'll fight at 307. That card, there's been nothing reported about that card whatsoever. He says he wants to fight in December, 310. By the looks of it, I wouldn't mind him fighting on that card. Get himself a title defense before the end of the year. But just a one, well, not one word, like a fighter. Who do you think's his title defense against? I'll start off with you, Jamie.
If we're going by rankings, it should actually be Usman. If we're going by rankings, because he's not going to Leon another shot. But it's probably going to be Shavkat. If Shavkat's not ready or there's something, the reason it can't happen, it'll be Ian Gary.
Callum.
It's not Shavkat. I think Usman gets it.
And you know what? I'm going to have to agree, because I reckon that Jack Della Maddalena fight, that card's on that fight will be on the back burner unless the Shavkat one falls through.
I mean, who wants that? Like, and this is the problem the welterweight division's got, because they don't promote anyone or get behind anyone. I don't know a person in the world, unless super fans actually want to watch Jack Dell'Almeida and Belal. I mean, it's just.
Shall I tell you what the issue is?
It's mad.
The biggest issue is they've let Colby and others sit on their rankings.
Yeah.
Colby should have been forced to fight other fighters.
Colby shouldn't be in the top 10.
He shouldn't. You're absolutely right.
Be in the top 50.
Yeah.
Drop off regardless.
Right, I say right now, Colby has lost twice to Usman, ain't he? And he's only
title fights.
And he's only 2 rankings below him.
Yeah.
Right. What are we doing now? I don't think Colby beats anyone in the top 10.
Not this version of Colby, I agree.
No. So what's he doing?
Maybe Wonder Boy. No,
I think the MVP Ian Gary fight fucked everything up. This is my opinion. I think Dana wanted MVP.
Smoked MVP.
Well,
you'd be like, look.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around. I think Dana wanted MVP to win that fight.
Yeah, so it'd be Leon.
And then he wanted Leon to win his fight. And then it would have been Leon MVP next. There's no shadow of a doubt. That would have been your next welterweight title fight. But because Leon lost, MVP lost, Ian Gary is the only one on winning form in that top bracket.
It's not just that as well. The 2 biggest stars in the welterweight division have left the UFC, and that was Masvidal and Diaz as well.
Yeah, they've left. They have to call him back. Mad.
I'll just go through the comments before we move on to our next subject. I'll go Anwar. Guys, can we talk about the passing of Zubi to the left-hand side? I'm sure we'll have plenty of conversations about Zubi's passing. Anne, with another comment, I have no idea on this subject, but I've hit the like because you seem like a nice bloke, and Jamie recommended your channel. Thank you very much, Anne. I very much appreciate it.
I believe Anne is actually Norman, but he's using his missus's account.
Oh, Norman.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Another comment here saying Colby could beat Belal though. Possibly.
I don't think this Colby does.
And says a giant haystack versus Big Daddy and Hacksaw. Hey, you got a tag team match, player. And then he said yes.
Yeah, Norman. Yeah, Norman.
And Norman. Cameron with another comment saying, "Do you think Brock Lesnar would make a UFC comeback?"
No. Too old now.
His days are over. Right then. Moving on to our next subject. John Jones versus Brock.
I mean, that would.
If you allow them to juice up, get them in the hell of a
that should have been the fight made a few years back. That should have been the fight.
Look, let's face it should have been Brock Fedor if Dana just let it happen. Do you know that?
Say Fedor with a smoked Brock.
I don't know. I think Brock.
I was gonna say when Brock was in the UFC, Fedor wasn't at his prime.
That era, I think Brock would have taken him down, and you wouldn't have seen, like, Fedor's a big bloke, but when Brock's on top of you don't see the opponent underneath.
Yeah, Brock's
just smothers, man. Mothers.
Right. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to play a little clip.
Let's do
play a little clip on our good friend, the promoter, Big Dana White. With an interview he did with Kevin Yall about a certain.
I'm not gonna. This actually triggers me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen it. We did in the war room. In the war room.
I'll play the whole clip.
Being given for this, what he did to Curtis Blades, the way that he did it, and how fast he did it. Right. There's no doubt. I mean, this guy is a scary dude, and he looks like the future of the heavyweight division, right? But at the same time, he's working his way up. He's climbing up the ladder, and everybody's like, he deserves this, and he deserves that, and he doesn't deserve anything. He looks great, and he looks like he's going to be the guy. You got Stipe and John who have paid their dues. They've been here forever. They fought everybody. They fought all the fights that you could possibly fight. These guys deserve to fight each other. Whoever wins that fight, I think that they owe it to Apsinall to fight him and give him the opportunity that they've been given. You know, when you look at John Jones and Stipe, they beat all the guys, right? And you're either going to be the guy that's going to cement your legacy forever, or you're going to hand the torch off the way the torch was handed off to you guys by all the guys that came before you. Interesting. Being given.
And that was it.
I've
Told
never
you,
so,
Who
I've
wants-
never so,
Okay,
I've-
who
right,
wants
I've-
to start
I've-
first?
I've
I'll let
got to
one
go.
of you go.
No,
Who
no,
wants to
go
start?
on, Jay. You're feeling a bit
Jamie.
triggered, are you, bro?
You're
He just said Aspinall's working his way up.
He said he doesn't deserve anything.
He's the interim heavyweight champion. He just knocked the shit out of Curtis Blades in seconds that no one's ever done. He's beaten every contender in the heavyweight division apart from Cyril Gane because they've never fought. What is he chatting about? Who else is there to fight apart from John Jones? And John Jones has had one heavyweight fight, which was tailor-made for him. I don't get. If I'm Aspinall watching that, I'm handing in my resignation. I can't believe people fight for. This is what's happened. They've monopolised MMA so much. There is nowhere else for these guys to go and work to make a living.
Yeah.
And be noted. I mean, one FC is a great competition. Like One FC is a great place to work if you're a mixed martial artist. But it's not UFC. It's not got the eyes on the product. You're not going to make, if who wants to fight in a PL, no one wants to. It's so monopolised that these he wouldn't talk like this if we still had Pride FC. He would not, because Tom would just go to Pride and just do a madness over there. And that's real competition back in the day. Everyone forgets Pride shit all over UFC when they were together, when they were going at it one-on-one.
Yeah.
And then he brought Chuck Liddell, his best, who got destroyed in the middleweight tournament. How can you talk about your interim champion like he doesn't deserve anything? He's clean cut. Nothing bad comes out about him. Seems like a great bloke. No bad stories, no drugs, no alcohol, no slapping women about, no swearing, no getting pulled over by cops, no drugs found in his person, nothing coming up through P tests and blood tests, and putting the UFC in a bad name. No chucking out a fight that gets your whole pay-per-view cancelled in the only time in UFC history. And he's your interim heavyweight champion who has beaten every single contender in the division, and he doesn't deserve anything. That is a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. Dana White sounds like a dictator.
Facts and Cameron.
You could just take away. You could say that word, but just take away Tater.
He's a
He's a
saint.
dick. End of story.
I can't believe he said that about his interim heavyweight champion. I can't believe John. I can't believe. Does he not realise that if Stipe and Aspinall fought tomorrow, it would be the ugliest fight in history because Stipe would need medical attention. In
do think it's a cheek, right, where he said like the winner owes it to John to sort of give him the opportunity. I was like, yeah, fuck that. They're both fucking off afterwards. They're both fucking off afterwards. They're not going to stick around. They're fucking off. Dane Lich went, Stipe's done after this, Stipe's fucked off regardless if he wins or loses. Stipe's fucking off. So
if he beat, I've never wanted a fighter to beat John Jones so bad in my life.
Shall I tell you what the issue is, though? Dana thinks that people hate the idea of Stipe fighting Jones. It's not the idea of Stipe fighting Jones that people hate. It's the fact that they're fighting for the belt. That's what the issue is.
Yeah.
If people, if they really want to do the fight, do it, but not for the belt. The belt's meant to mean more. It's meant to be the prestige of the belt. It's not meant to just be you get to pick and choose who you want to fight because of what you've done in your past. It doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. The belt, the pound for pound ranking, that should be based on activity.
Hey, you went on another rant about the pound for pound list, but I'll let you talk about it and I'll find that clip as well.
And it's like he is so far up Jones's rectum that he can't see anything that's going on right now.
It's
I mean, he
mad,
says he
man.
wants to do stuff for the fans and for the fighters. This is why are you not listening to the fans then? Can so many fans be wrong at the same time? And yeah, the answer is yes, they can, but in this instance, they're not.
No, the fans want
Jones
to
and
see.
Stipe could fight, but just not for the
Yeah.
belt.
The fans want to see the interim champion fight the champion. That's what happens. I'll tell you what. If John Jones was interim champion, Cal, and Aspinall was the champion, do you think the Aspinall John Jones match straight away?
Bro,
Or
do you
the
think Dana's telling Jones to defend the interim title?
No, you're having a champ. That's what I'm saying.
And
You're having
that's
that
the
fight
point.
straight away. And this is, I've said it for a long time now, and I will keep saying this. He does not like British fighters.
I'm starting to think Jones must have dirt on him. He must
He's got
have dirt on
beef.
him.
He's got beef from British fighters. He don't really like Leon. He waited 10 years to give Bisping a title shot, and the only reason he got it is because it was late notice, and he was the only one he accepted. Otherwise, he would have never got a title shot in his career. Connor's Irish, so it's different. The Americans love the Irish, don't they? He hates British fighters. It's a fact.
I don't think it's British fighters. I think he hates people that don't go out their way to draw money. He doesn't like it's crazy that a promoter
massive.
Imagine a promoter telling others they need to promote themselves. So what's your job?
What the Colby stuff with the Edwards insult? Not, yeah, you know, Colby was way out of line. Just went, hey, pay-per-view went up, y'all.
Yeah, like, I'm not being funny. And this is maybe, again, we're not savvy to the conversation that happened behind closed doors. But if someone said that comment to me, and then my boss goes, yeah, it's a bit of a mad comment, but you know what? When he said it, pay-per-view hiked up.
Oh,
go on.
Apparently, Liverpool have been given encouragement from Inter Milan, and that's all I'm going to say from now. Carry on.
Yo, Jamie. It's a Jamie bomber.
My mate just messaged me. I just got it on my computer. He said Inter Milan are in financial issues. Yeah.
I know I don't like the touch on football on this channel because.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up. It just
No.
It just touched on my computer. When I get notifications, it literally takes up my whole screen.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't do football content because these two gentlemen do great content. But obviously, I did say to both of them, if there was anything that popped up during the show, then they can mention it. Obviously, Bastoni, Jamie Bomber, Ivan literally just tweeted out saying he's got more stuff coming. Big up Imran, big up Jamie, Luke, and Cal. Big up Cameron. Are you guys into boxing history? I'm a massive Joe Lewis fan because my father watched him fight. Also, he came to Anfield once. He's the greatest fighter ever in heavyweight boxing. I'm not probably a big fan. It is something that I'm trying to get into to watch more boxing, but it's finding the time, and it's finding the time to watch everything and do everything else as well. But are you two big boxing fans? Before I show the other clip, before I let Callum have his opinion as well.
Yeah, I'm a massive boxing fan. I disagree with that statement. Joe Lewis was phenomenal. If we're going by heavyweights, me personally, I would put Lennox, Tyson, and Ali ahead of Joe Lewis.
Yeah, Lennox, Mike Tyson don't get in my top 10.
Wow.
I know. I'm sorry, he's extremely overrated. But that is another show. That's another show.
But that's another show. I'm sorry, Callum. Cameron, what
I've never felt a heartbreak before, but I felt it now.
Imran, I now get what you mean now, Luke. You didn't finish the sentence. Big up, it's big up Misha. Big up Misha. Big up Misha every time. But before I let Callum, drop his sixpence into it, I have another clip.
Yeah, this is gonna get you even more annoyed.
I have another clip.
No, there can't be anything worse.
Oh, trust me. Oh, trust me. Oh, what's my computer doing now? No. My computer's
the-
playing up now.
All the pop-ups on the dirty porn sites. I know.
No, that's it. Shh. Right, share it now.
All the tabs open.
Right,
Yeah.
there's 50 seconds.
Go on and go. Dana
John
goes off.
Jones is ranked number 3 pound for pound in the world. The most fucking ridiculous, embarrassing, stupid, know nothing about fighting ranking of all time. John Jones is the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world, period, end of story. To have anybody above John Jones right now just goes to show that you know absolutely nothing. It's undebatable. Anybody who even tries to debate this with me, you're just hating on John Jones and you don't like him as a person. These are facts. It's not like me and John Jones have this unbelievable relationship. What I am saying about John Jones is undebatable. The baddest dude to ever walk the face of the earth. John Jones.
Oh my god! The fact is, yeah, he might be the baddest dude. Yeah, you can be the greatest of all time, but still not pound for pound. Does he not get
He
that?
is the baddest cheat of all
Yeah,
time.
does he not get this? He doesn't fight. You can't be pound to pound when you don't fight.
Not just that, just because you're heavyweight doesn't make you best pound for pound.
No,
The heavyweight champion might mean you're the baddest man, doesn't make you pound for pound. Does he realize that pound for pound means if you made everyone the same size as John Jones, does he win? And right now, no, he doesn't. If
Just a
everyone
quick
is the
thing,
same size as him right now, Makachev washes him. This
just
version
to
of Jones
deviate
washes
off
him.
topic,
Yeah.
someone asked Jamie, can you tell us the source?
Well, I've got a mate who works at a special media company, and he's been there for about 5 years now. That's all I can say.
Plus,
So I
when
can't say
Jamie
anything.
speaks, like when Jamie says something,
I've got quite a lot
he-
right. I've got quite a lot right.
Yeah.
I
apart
literally
from
said,
Ruben Neves, by the way.
apart from Ruben Neves, yeah,
that
apart
was
from
so
Ruben
wrong.
no, I just said he wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Oh
someone.
yeah.
But I was the first person. I think I was doing a live at the time that said FSG are putting the club up for sale, and then I think the next day David Ornstein put it out on Twitter. So yeah. Yeah, you can't be. Look, you see the greatest of all time? Yeah, probably is. I ain't got a problem with that. But when you don't fight, you can't be pound for pound. I'm watching Pereira, who's my pound for pound right now, or Islam. They're the two fighting constantly. I've just watched Pereira fight. Was it 3 times this year already?
Yeah, in the
Putting
last calendar year, yeah.
Putting on clinics, saving pay-per-views and finishing people. We're not talking about decision wins, holding people down, wrestling for half an hour, love taps on the head. None of this stuff. We're on about proper finishes that Dana apparently loves. Saving pay-per-views. Double champion. An active fighter at double champion. Islam, the same. You know, beating Volk twice. You know, beating people with ease. That fight against Poirier, one of the greatest takedowns I've ever seen at the end of the fight. I mean, it's just beautiful. And you've got John Jones above these two in 2024 is actively the most senile thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. And he is the promoter and
when you're ready,
company.
Let me cook this bull fraud.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a reason why I'm never going to get into a press conference, because these reporters are too afraid to stick it on him straight away, because he is chatting so much. He is chatting like a casual on Twitter.
Yeah, he is.
The way he talks about John Jones, he is talking
he's a casual
like
he's a casual now.
He is talking like, I'm sorry, Callum, I'm going to have to mention, he's talking like your brother talks about him.
Ooh.
And he's a
not
fan.
Even Calvin. I don't even know if Calvin.
And not even Calvin is as bad as fucking Dana White.
Yeah. Not even Calvin's this bad.
This is the company's promoter. This is the face of the company. It's supposed to be hyping up the best of the best talents. And at every single fucking opportunity, you are shitting on your top guys. For who? John Jones?
Do you think he's doing it on purpose to troll? Do you think he's trolling at this point?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you know what? Because it gets engagement. It gets us like mad and irate at this. Because you know what? because he wants to push John Jones as this pay-per-view drawing star, even though he's never cracked over 1 million pay-per-view buys in his fucking career. People think that we're gonna, pay extra money to go and watch him in his next fight, in a fight that we know he's gonna win and we know he's gonna retire. Because when Dana White said, "I hope he gives Aspinall the right opportunity," like like Jones got in his career, he ain't fucking doing that. The second he beats Stipe, he's going, "Fuck off, motherfuckers! I'm done. I ain't giving you shit." And yeah, you can walk around with the belt, but you'd never beaten me. And this is the thing, like John Jones, the fighter. Some conversations need to be had over him because, let's be honest, how good was he really? This guy's been juicing throughout his whole career, escaping drug testing.
I love Luke.
Yeah, he's been drugged. He's been juicing his whole career. Like he has been a nightmare to basically manage. But because it's John Jones, that's okay. When Dana White wants to chuck out a legend, he chucks out a legend through the back door. Doesn't even give them a nice send-off. Look what he did to Anderson Silva. What was his UFC send-off? It was an Apex Fight Night main event where he got mauled by Uriah Hall. The Spider got a shitty little send-out.
Yeah.
The only legend that actually did him over was GSP. Beat Bisping and went, "Yeah, fuck off. I'm not fighting Robert Whittaker. I'm out."
And he hates GSP.
And he hates GSP. And yes, I do agree with you, Jamie. I think he has got an agenda against British fighters. Like, let's be honest, he was probably gutted that Tom Aspinall won. Didn't look particularly chuffed in the press conference.
Yeah, true.
I know that he was upset that Leon lost because, the Belal Muhammad thing, which is a whole nother story. But let's be honest, I don't think he really wanted Tom Aspinall to be the champion because, you get the British public clamoring behind the worthy champion. The worthy champion. The pound for pound and GOAT list, they are two separate lists. If they don't look, John Jones is my GOAT. But hey, look at these fighters. These fighters are elite. We'd go, yeah, you know what? Fair play, Dana. You got a bit of a casual take with the Jones stuff, but you're still respecting your athletes, your current stars and future stars of this company. John Jones ain't gonna be around here in 10 years, or even 5 years,
or 10 months,
or even 10 months. We don't know whether or not this guy's even gonna make it till the end of the year. The fight, Stipe, has that fight been officially confirmed yet?
No.
Or has that just been media speculation of Jones saying, "Yeah, I'm ready to fight," and November 9th? Like, you think that you call the big shots? Not even Conor McGregor calls the shots anymore, and he was a bigger star than you would ever be in this company.
Yeah.
Even Conor hasn't got power to say what he does and does not want. Dana's got him basically doing whatever, and yeah, absolutely big up the likes, people. I nearly finished with this cooking because I swear to God, every time I see this guy talk about fights and stuff like that, like he actually pretends like he gives a toss when obviously he doesn't, because the UFC is such a cash cow. Like, literally, he cuts an undefeated fighter. Yes, has he been an issue in Makayev? Yes, probably. Has he done some things he shouldn't have done? Yes, absolutely. But look at what your other top stars done, and you've given them everything they've ever wanted.
Yeah.
Pop for drugs test, you get title shots. We'll keep you, we'll protect you. But oh no! If a young star just goes out of line, he gets cut from the company because he's rumored he wanted to try and get a better deal with PFL. Yeah, why shouldn't you want a better deal when you underpay your fighters? When you've got court cases going on, which you're claiming that the prosecution judge is biased because you two went to high school together. No, because you're fucking over your fighters, Dana. Just sort it out. And journalists, you got to do a better job sticking it on him. Even if it costs you your accreditation, you have to stick it on him because he gets away with so much crap. And when you hit a nerve on him because he goes red. He goes red like he's forgotten to take in a steroid because that's... fuck him. Fuck Dana. Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm with you, man. I'm with you totally.
Absolutely. Big up the likes. Big up the likes. Smash the likes, everyone. You know, we're 50 minutes in. We'll wrap this up in a bit. But talking about one supposed baddest man on the planet to the actual current baddest man on the planet, Francis Ngannou makes his PFL.
We're talking about AJ then.
No. Francis Ngannou makes his PFL return. Something that we thought that he would never ever do. Make his PFL debut, and he is going to make his UFC PFL debut in Africa
In October.
in October against Ferreira, who if you've not seen the knockout, he gave Ryan Bader the last fight.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Then
It's gonna get smashed.
So the PFL got to Africa before UFC.
Well, Dana don't care, does he? It has to be in Vegas or Texas, so that's all we care about.
Yeah, cowboy, we did that.
Or Utah.
Yeah, Ngannou's gonna get destroyed.
And then that's it, folks.
No, I'll be honest. I am a little worried about Ngannou because of what happened with his child as well.
It's a bum.
Yeah,
Gone.
said that he said that he was considering retiring.
We should
Yeah.
do. Should do. Get out there, man. It's not worth CTE. That knockout against AJ does not go away quickly.
Yeah.
And it might be a different sport, but you're still getting punched in the head.
Yeah,
it don't go away, man. It don't go away.
It's a super fight card, which PFL does not disclose the location, but it's set to be in Africa anyway, I think. But it could be in Saudi. I think it's another potential location.
I've said this before, if Francis loses this, I don't know what he does.
He retires.
He'll have to. And then Dana was right, and that makes me angry.
I don't think Dana is right though, because Dana said that he wouldn't make as much money outside the UFC.
He made money, yeah, but he was a failure at the end of the day.
Yeah, only if the judges were not incompetent in the Fury fight.
Oh yeah, I get that. Totally with you on that.
He got absolutely smashed to bits by Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua killed him, man.
He beat Fury though.
I agree with you as well. I think he beat Fury.
And the money he's made outside of UFC, he would never have made in UFC. They've had to fight like 15 more times to make that sort of money.
Yeah, I mean the money side of it's true. It's a shame for Ngannou. He needs to win this fight. If I'm Ngannou, I don't box ever again. He should forget about that.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I don't think. Well, who does he box that he makes that sort of money against? There's no point.
No, and he's never going to get good enough to beat anyone anyway.
No,
just because of his age. If he started this at 20, might be.
If he was like 31 and doing this, then I'd back him.
Yeah. It's just time on his side, and with his child and what happened to his child is devastating. And you never get over that. That lives you forever. Till you're in the ground, basically. So yeah. If he loses this, I just think he's finished in his call it day. He's probably made money.
Yeah, big facts. And also on that card, Chris Cyborg is fighting Larissa Pacho, I think is how you pronounce her name. She was the woman that absolutely smoked Kayla Harrison in the PFL, gave her first professional loss as well. So I'll be very, very interested to see how that fight goes all together. But gentlemen, anything you'd like to plug before we, send the people home? Well, send the people to bed.
Yeah.
Zimmermandy news drops. So will I.
Oh, wow. I'm just going to say, I've just realised this Polish woman sprinter.
Oh, yeah, the one. Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, we will discuss it.
Apparently, she's going to challenge I Show Speed to a race, actually.
Because
he is ridiculously quick.
He is a generational athlete.
Yeah, he is.
He is ridiculously
Have you seen him been banned off YouTube for a little bit?
Yeah. He's a muppet, don't get me wrong. But yeah. But oh my God, she is special.
Man, a culture. Man,
Jesus, culture, everything goes with that.
Guys, anything. Danny Mills' son's annoying shit like his dad. Yeah, I did see that. His son.
Who's Danny Mills' son?
Gary Mills, the 5,000 meter runner.
Oh, is
a
it?
bit of
Only Danny Mills could call his son Gary. You know what I mean? Oh,
Well,
Gary Mills.
what did he do? Do you know I've not caught any of the Olympics at all?
I like the Olympics. It's been all right.
It's not because I've not wanted to. I've just work and everything. I'm just
I like
Djokovic
the
completed
swimming.
tennis.
Yeah, Djokovic, and he won gold, didn't he?
Yeah.
even
Big
the football. I'm hearing Manu Kone's doing really well in the foot. I've not.
I've
Hey.
not watched any Olympic
Michael
football.
Elise and Jean-Philippe Miteta are tearing up the Olympics. You know?
Yeah, I've heard.
I've not watched any Olympic football. I like the cycling. I watch a lot of the cycling, the velodrome.
I've caught bits of it. Like I caught a bit of the diving, bit of the running.
Little bits of it. It's sports you never watch in your lifetime, but when it's the Olympics, I'll tell you what is great. Female beach volleyball, if you've not seen it yet, folks. It's one of the best sports. The athleticism, the strength, the power,
the beauty.
Yeah. I don't know if it's on show, but something else is.
Yeah, I've heard.
Go and check it out. Go and check it out.
But like anything you want to plug,
I'll probably be live tomorrow when we get Here We Go. And I suppose Callum Coppish will be as well. I think they really.
Yeah, I'm hope. Obviously, I'm hoping it doesn't break tomorrow, because if it does, then I'm going to struggle to do a stream because I've got work and stuff in the evening and
just leave your job
with clients and stuff.
Just leave your job.
Yeah, if you know me, I'll find the way, even if I have to go live in the car.
Can you imagine if it was one? You know when we signed Thiago in 24 hours, it was Jota.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was Zubimendi in 24 hours, it was Bastoni.
Oh, Jay.
Always. That's not a Jamie Bomb.
No, I'm just saying. I do think we'll go by 4 players. Have you heard this one, guys? I don't know if everyone's heard this, but Liverpool tried to buy Maximilian Beer from Hoffenheim.
Yeah.
Have you heard this one?
Is that a forward?
Yeah, he's a striker. He's an actual striker. So that tells me Liverpool are in for a forward this summer as well.
Yeah, we are.
To get your eyes open on that as well.
Jesus Christ.
Kudos or Kubo.
Nah, we went.
They'll be the same price. They'll be the same price.
Nah, taking Kudus all day long, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, we can't destroy Sociedad. Let's be nice.
So I'm Kudus is Kudus or Musiala.
I know we're hot. I know we're hot.
You got to shout while the iron's hot, Jay. I mean, squeaky wheel gets the oil, they say, innit?
He just got 95 million.
Right, it's like a midfield / attack. Zubimendi, McAllister, Salah, Kudus, Gakpo, Diaz behind Jota.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, it's not a lot of defending, but it's like
not when we're dominating the ball.
Get the ball. Get the ball. Do you know what I mean? In fact, saying that, everyone keeps saying not a lot of defending, but all them players are aggressive.
Yeah.
Big facts. But anyway, guys, thanks everyone for watching. I think this is probably the most viewed stream. So a massive thanks to everyone. Make sure to hit the like button, share button, subscribe button. Make sure to subscribe to Jamie Phillips Football Chats, Sanderson Show, and Coppish. And also, please, guys, I know that I'm going to be plugging it more. The GoFundMe page for the walk I'm doing in a couple of weeks' time. It's for a really good cause. I know, especially in times like this, you know, there are probably lots of, or hopefully not a lot of people that are surviving domestic abuse. So any money that you can donate will be very much appreciated. It's going to go towards the Domestic Abuse Support Centre in Wrexham. It's doing the walk from Llangollen all the way to Wrexham in the middle of the night. So any type of donation, no matter how small, how big, would be very much appreciated. GoFundMe link is in the description. It's in the description of the video. But yes, everyone, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you all very soon.